Hi everyone, I'm Ray and welcome to Chat. Today's topic is hijacking conversations in South African fashion. And with me today, introduce yourselves to like the 5 people watching.
Okay, my name is Jabulile. I'm a social media editor at a local digital mag. And yeah.
So how long have you been working in South African fashion specifically?
About like three years. Yeah.
About 3 years.
Yeah.
So when you started, what kind of conversation was being had about South African fashion?
Okay, well, like, it was. I've even heard someone say, if you have nothing nice to say about it, don't talk about it.
That's so boring.
So that's literally, it was like an awkward, I don't know, so you guys can shit on things to yourselves, but don't you dare put it, out there for the world to see. So that's basically what the vibe was.
So over the past 3 years, have you seen a shift?
I now get told, hi, just write whatever comes to you.
Really?
Yes.
Shit, we're getting
So
blocked.
now I'm just like, people are just like, yeah, you can just go in. I went from like being policed, like just send it to me first. Send it to me first, and then we can see if it's all right, and then you can publish it afterwards to just like publish. And even the one publication I worked with, if it was too critical and too honest, it would be, I don't know if it's bleep enough. So I'm like, but what do you mean? Like, yeah.
Okay, so there's definitely a shift.
Yeah,
I see
definitely.
too. What do you think were like the first dominoes to fall for the shift to occur?
I think the main catalyst for the shift was like so many more people having access to publishing themselves. Like, because now people just don't rely on like big like publications for information. You can just go on your timeline and you curate your timeline in such a way where it doesn't necessarily have to be certified like people, but people who inform you and inform the things you're interested in. So that like people being able to put their opinions online straight up, that was like the biggest, because like you can't now compete. Because that changes the competition. It's no longer publication to publication that's competing. It's like, shit, now we have this chick who's thinking online and she's putting her shit out there. That's competition.
Yeah.
So that changed a lot. And I think it's forcing publications to either stop censoring their writers who are already in there, or like getting writers in who have opinions and who stand by them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so the conversations now being had in South Africa, in South African fashion, the people leading them, or let me say the people performing them, like the people, the one who are the faces of those conversations, aren't the people who started the conversation. True or false, and why?
I mean, for the most part, I think it's still the same type of people. Like, I don't think there has been like a mass hijack. I think it's only starting.
Yeah.
So I think it's still like the same kind of names being critical about fashion. But there are more people trying to act like they weren't, like they weren't too scared to say shit.
That's why I Jabu, that's exactly
So,
my height.
so it's like, well, but you
were cowering in the corner,
you know what I mean?
while people were hungry, getting banned from everything.
Exactly.
And now you wanna act like.
And also that, to go back to what caused the shift, like fashion media hasn't always been like diverse. I mean, it still isn't. So in that whole diversification of fashion media, in the sense that the platforms are like diversified, and the people behind the platforms, so that is causing a lot of difference in opinions to come out. So the people who were, I don't know, the people who were doing the things, the trusted authorities or the voices, whatever, they are now trying to play off that they were always with the chats.
But then, did you really have any? Because to me, Cypher didn't really have one voice or an authoritative.
To be
voice
honest,
in
like
fashion.
the only critical like articles I would see of like the fashion industry are in newspapers, and those people like they don't
care about fashion.
No, they don't care about fashion. They also don't have fashion sponsors.
Yeah.
They don't care to be blacklisted at talking fashion events. They're like, you're gonna call us and we're gonna be there, but we're gonna say this shit at the same time. So it's those people. It's usually like journalists with a newspaper background who have been like calling things out, and like, or just independent bloggers.
But not many, Jabu. Like three.
Probably like three, because like top of my head I can think of Mali and I can think of Sandiso. And Sandiso's been like a newspaper journalist, and he's also then he became like a blogger. He had what is it? Threads Beyond Trends, or Trends Beyond Threads. His blog Trends Beyond Threads, and he was like very critical and honest in his approach. Beyond that, I don't know.
So it's
like two. No. And then now I guess it's trickling down.
I looked at Sandiso's work, your work. Most of the time, actually, it was journalists from overseas being critical, even though they have no business talking about it. But it was journalists from overseas. So those are the people that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I look up to it, right?
Yeah.
So from my opinion, like as a young person in the industry, it's past the trickle down point. Now it's at the point of hijacking where if I've been vocal about things for over a year, then only now that's a generally accepted conversation. You know what I mean? I don't think it's about trickling down. I think now that's a genuinely accepted conversation. Like, we as South Africans know that our fashion industry is in trouble, and now there's a genuinely accepted conversation.
Like also, like the industry is this big. People don't want to call out their friends. It's too close to home. Like, you don't want to, because like I've had recently, a recent Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, I had a situation where I called out a certain designer for, whoa, this is a copy now. Like, and then somebody who is in the fashion industry who is also quite vocal about like things that, just the state of fashion, called me out for calling that out. But anyone that with two eyes can see that
it was very similar.
So I think that is the issue. So now you have people who are okay with criticizing like that, but don't bring it here, don't bring my squad in, and that's the problem. We're all trying to be friends. Like, but you can be friends and still be like, but dude, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Moving forward, what do you think needs to be done about just the conversations and who leads them in South African fashion?
The problem with people who jump into conversation, jump on bandwagons, the problem with that is that you usually don't have the range to have progressive discussion. we get stuck in, I don't like this, I don't like that. Then you need people who can, I don't know, formulate ideas and be like, okay, this is what's wrong, this is how it could go.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with people. So now, if you're trying to play it off, if you're trying to scam, and you're not calling the people, you're not collaborating with people who are critical thinkers, like, know your lane, finesse your lane, and be like, I also, like, I want to make my platform more critical, so let me call up someone whose work I appreciate and who does a thing. So I will add my 2 cents worth, but then they have the range to think beyond, I hate this.
Exactly.
Because, like, what happens after we've all said we hate it? What happens then? Okay, is someone gonna be like solution?
I think that's why we're still, because we've been in this stage of hijacking conversations for so long. Like at first it was one publication to another publication, and then one blogger to another blogger, and then one Twitter person to another, everybody else apparently. The point is that we've been in this stage for so long, and my problem is, if you're gonna hijack a conversation, lead it further.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're not gonna
like,
lead it further.
It's just like if you're gonna read an article and be like, oh, I want to write an article about this. Expand. Give me other points of view that haven't been had, or like, we can't all be having the same conversation over and over again and stuck at the same point.
Yeah.
We need to think further and be like, okay, so yeah, because also the other thing is like I'm not too mad at people hijacking conversations, to be honest. I ain't too mad at it. I'll be 100 on. Because I understand that we all get conscientized on things at a different pace. Like we all like, and this is true of even like social issues. Like we all have our own pace. So when you get to the point where you wanna ask the questions, don't then like, it's the scamming that makes us redundant.
So basically what you're saying is, in future, instead of hijacking conversations, people should, instead of asking themselves and putting themselves on, kind of, and consulting only themselves, ask the people you heard it from, ask the journalists, the editors, because really, I think in fashion media, that it's the writers who lead the charge, really. If writers are only writing listicles about shoes, that's the conversation we're having. But when there's more critical writers, so can I ask, from your experience as an editor, how much opportunities are there really for critical writers?
There's lots.
Really?
There's lots. And I think, like I said, like media, like is diversifying, and media platforms are diversifying. People are tired of, oh, this is so beautiful. Like people can see that it's fake.
Thank you.
People know. This is why your threads get traction, because people are like, well, somebody has just put it in context. I thought about it. I knew something didn't quite gel, but someone with the know-how has just like packaged it neatly for me, and I can now go, So I think there's space for that, and I think, but publications don't want to take the chance on someone who might, because people don't want to get dragged. Like, so you don't want to take a chance with someone who's going to be reckless and drag you through the mud. If in your like own space, your own capacity, you do the things of like critiquing, people are starting to pick up that shit is what people want to read. So there's space for different types of critique work to come out. And I think the more people do it, the more like, shit, we can't always be, if we want to read like something honest, read about like overseas. Like we need, because it's the only way that this industry is gonna grow.
Why is it important for fashion to be critical?
It's a reflection of who we are and where we're at and whatever. And there are a lot of things, like there are a lot of details in fashion that need to be unpacked for the average person to be able to consume. I find it like a bit odd that, because I think we all interact with fashion on a daily basis, like every single person. Like you wear clothing, therefore you are interacting with fashion. And sure, we're not all gonna want to know the intricate inner working details of like whatever we're wearing or whatever, but I think we could all get to a point where we understand that it's all of our business because we make that choice with our money. So in order for designers to start knowing that we're going to call them out if they give us stuff that is not worth the money that we're paying, somebody needs to be there calling them out so that it affects the standard, the quality. And our fashion week organizers, if no one is calling them out, they're gonna keep
telling them not to put a tent at Camps Bay in April.
If nobody's telling them, well, you should have consulted those engineers before you put the tent. They're gonna keep
they
doing
probably want them.
They're gonna keep like doing
the same thing. Yeah, I agree. I think fashion critique, and my favorite fashion critics in the world, you have to critique and leave room for people to see where there's still room to grow. I think the problem with people when they jump in and they try and hijack conversations, that's what we're seeing a lot of now. Like, yeah, sure, we know it sucks, okay? But why does it suck? If we were to start a conversation, you know, like if you don't like the looks on the red carpet, do you know why it's like that? If you don't like how much things cost, do you know
it all goes back to research. Like, are you down to do the work? Like, because you can't just be like, I hate it, whatever. Are you going to then, like, I don't know, do research? Look at past red carpets, look at past events and be like, what was it that people did that worked? And then you
mix masala together.
And then, because you can't just like do critique and think that in your pretty little head you're gonna come up with why it doesn't work. No, like it needs to be founded on something. It needs to be informed. So and also like I don't know. Sometimes when I read like articles, but I read this article on Business of Fashion. And I just felt the shade in my soul when they spoke about South Africa. I just felt the shade in my soul. It was an article about like Nigeria being like the African fashion capital. And then they said something about something South Africa in that country's fragmented fashion industry. I was like...
Sure. But that's so true.
But it is true.
But you know, talking about hijack conversations locally, how do you think about hijack conversations internationally? Because my hack, I don't like reading articles on foreign publications. When I click on the writer, it says that they live in New York. I don't like it when these publications are coming to South Africa and want to pay. They either want to pay peanuts or they don't even have a production team. They just pick someone off Instagram and like, yeah, we're going to put you on this. So how do you think about hijacking conversations internationally, not just locally?
I get uncomfortable, like a lot of the time when I read about like us, like from an international portal, like because you don't know us like that. Like you don't know us. You're not here. So like for instance, if you were to get a writer that lives in New York to write about like Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week or something, like all they're gonna know is that the tent almost blew away. That's all they're gonna know. They're not gonna know that actually it was really dope in the media lounge, like the hospitality was good. They're not gonna know that some of the
they're not gonna know what actually happens here. Even when it's time to spotlight people, they're not gonna know who's bubbling and that's why we always hear the same
people
names.
Exactly. And they're not gonna know that, okay, so one of the collections did look like a knockoff, but when you got up close and you saw the detail, you were like, shit, it's fucking dope. So they're not gonna, you don't get that close perspective where, so this is why I get uncomfortable. And also just like, it's Africa, so it's a black continent or whatever.
Yeah. So seeing yourself through a white gaze is not about that life.
No.
My hack is when that white gaze now belittles the progress that has been done. Like, yes, we have a long way to go.
Which it often does.
We have so long to go, but you as a white person living in middle class America cannot come and tell me where I went wrong.
No, because you don't know my struggles.
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know my struggles.
So then that puts me back to how do we protect ourselves as individuals from each other and as industries from international publications?
Say no to cultural imperialists. That's say no.
So when you like break that down for those that don't know.
Say, like, if you see like an article on an international site and you look at the byline and it's not a South African name or it's not a South African writer, it's not if it's on like black things and it's not a black person or whatever, be like, this is not like, and if it's something you subscribe to, unsubscribe. Like, y'all don't know how to report factually because there's no way someone who's not here can report on what's happening here. It's not real. And then also as local publications, let's do more content that is looking at SA. Let's do less of Bella and Gigi and I don't know, and H&M, whatever. Let's do more like investigative shit where we're like, okay, so what's really going on here? And let's create that content ourselves.
So in order to protect your conversation from hijackers, whether you are independent, local, international, whatever, 3 keys would be:
make sure that you put it out there, actually.
Make sure that you're not afraid to put it out there.
Put it out there.
Yeah.
And be open to collaborating with people within reason. But also, people love to scam under the guise of collaboration. So
I got the vision, bro.
Don't come here and grab my vision, but you just wanna like skate on my whatever. Yeah. So be careful about who you collaborate with, but do collaborate. And then just provide perspective.
Yeah. I think there should be a 4th. Know your shit. Like, know what you're talking about to the level that even if someone with more experience comes up to you, you can be like...
And even that, like not even like someone with more experience. Know your shit so well that when someone... Because when you're being critical, someone's going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
Back your shit up.
But be okay with people disagreeing with you.
And be okay with people disagreeing with you. But you should be able to back your shit up. Yeah. And once you're comfortable in knowing your shit through research, through observation, through like building, your info cabinet, you won't mind someone saying, no, I don't think so. Yeah. Like, you won't mind. You'll know that is a point of conversation, as long as that person's being reasonable.
So yeah, guys, instead of hijacking conversations, there's just so many things that you can do as a creative to protect yourself and as a creative to make sure that you're not a scammer, whether consciously or unconsciously. And yeah, let's just create a space for conversation where everybody can chip in as long as you have something worthy of being heard and without worrying of somebody stealing that from you. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jabu.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this random place. Check out more videos on Reconnected TV and subscribe, and then tell your friends to subscribe and come back for more videos soon, hopefully. Good night.